Well, good morning to you. Yes, it's time for a little positive talk time. We are at Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa in Cottleville with Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue. And I told you don't want to miss today's show. You'll never see as many dogs as you're going to see on today's show. We are going to do the parade of dogs, and all the dogs are up. They're ready. Jessica, who owns Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa, cracked me up when we came in this morning. She said, I've got all hands on deck, and I brought in donuts for the staff so that they would come in early this morning. We are going to show you all of the dogs that are available for adoption that we can in the next hour, because maybe one of them is meant for your home, or maybe it's someone within your family. If you know anyone at all that is looking to adopt, maybe they've been on the fence. Maybe they just lost a dog and they feel like, I don't know when it's time to be ready, which is a discussion we've had actually on the past shows. Maybe today we'll get them thinking about it. And then you have the open house, you have the meet and greets. We'll talk about all of that today on Positive Talk Time. However, before we do that, we're going to give you a little news you can use, some sports news, of course, the weather forecast, which I know a lot of you need before you head out the door. I hope you can stay with us. If not, be sure to come back to the show a little bit later on today. Yes, you feel a difference in the air. Definitely feels like fall's around the corner, because guess what? It is. In just a few days, we kick off fall. Today, though, 92. You can see partly sunny skies, 72 for a low, and you can see the Cardinals are in action for the next several days, all the way until we kick off fall on Sunday. The temperature is getting warmer, but it definitely has that fall feel when you first wake up in the morning. Some of you are in the 50s, mid to upper 50s, others in the low 60s. I didn't see it today, but I'm hearing that the moon was incredible, even larger, even closer to us. I've been noticing it the last couple of days. Have you? Have you seen it? Because it really is fascinating. The harvest moon, the full moon. For some of you, you saw the lunar eclipse. 93 for a high on Friday. We start to have this slight chance of rain, which, by the way, will be welcome news. We need that. 71 for the low tomorrow night. And then we get into Saturday, Sunday, we start to see the 80s. And then look at next week, getting into the upper 70s, which definitely will have those fall feels. Look at the lows as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. We will be in the mid to upper 50s. Love that. Again, fall, the autumnal equinox officially kicking off on Sunday. And that's where you have the biggest chance of rain. So there's your forecast. We'll have Beckett Moore, our aspiring meteorologist, join us tomorrow with our What the Weather suspect. Let's get into some news you can use. And I'm sure you've probably been following this over the last several days. Another school district announcing they've made an arrest in connection to threatening social media posts. Now, this is the East St. Louis School District. They provided an update to families just last night saying a suspect believed to be responsible for the online social media threats has been apprehended and is currently in custody. That's according to a district note that went out to parents. This is the third person, folks, in the St. Louis area charged and accused of posting violent threats online in the past week. Police arrested 2 teenagers in 1 week after a series of shooting threats against the Whitmoor School District. Tuesday, a former student was captured by police armed at Husky Academy, and a loaded Glock handgun was recovered. You may have also heard that Ladue Horton Watkins High School had canceled their classes due to a bomb threat. And it's why I always am a little apprehensive to tell these stories, because it gets another copycat happening. Again, fortunately, all those thwarted and everyone's safe here at home. Well, the Federal Reserve yesterday, they did cut their benchmark interest rates by an unusually large half point. Everything was going towards a quarter point. That's what was predicted. But a half point, that's a dramatic shift after more than 2 years of high rates that helped tame the inflation, but also made borrowing painfully expensive for American consumers. Now, this rate cut that the Feds first were talking about in more than 4 years reflects its new focus on bolstering the job market, which has shown clear signs of slowing, coming just weeks before the presidential election. The Fed's move also has the potential to scramble the economic landscape just as Americans prepare to vote. As we continue on with the news you can use, Lambert Airport, well, they better start doing something, because they are not on a very good list this morning. New research finding that customer satisfaction at St. Louis Lambert International Airport ranks lower than most airports of similar size in North America, nearly the worst among its size classification. J.D. Power, that's a U.S. consumer analytic firm, they released recently in their 2024 North American Airport Satisfaction Study. Among 27 large airports featured in the study, Lambert Airport ranked third from the bottom, only finishing ahead of Montreal and Philadelphia's international airports in satisfaction. Yeah, not good news at all, but you probably have heard that there is a big project on tap. So they know that there's something that needs to be done about it. Well, although there's still technically a path to the playoffs for St. Louis, the odds are razor thin. Last week, St. Louis City SC lost 3-1 in their first meeting with Minnesota United this year. St. Louis City SC looking to rebound off of a tough home loss with a match against the San Jose Earthquakes this weekend. And speaking of that, when I walked in, Jessica said that there was an earthquake, I think it was like 2.8 in St. Paul, Missouri overnight. So it's kind of crazy as the earthquakes come to town to take on our St. Louis City SC. Cardinals with a big win. In fact, what a fifth inning they had. 10-5 was the score against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Same two teams on tap tonight. First pitch will be at 6:15. And if you're looking for something to do tonight, I've been mentioning it all week long, St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. They are announcing the name of their new and expanded music center in Grand Center. It will be named in honor of Jack C. Taylor, a philanthropist, champion of St. Louis, and founder of Enterprise Mobility. You can see they're feverishly working to return home, but until they do, they have the big Symphony Free concert on tap tonight, 7 o'clock at Forest Park. And then you're probably going to return to Forest Park this weekend because the Balloon Glow is Friday night. The balloon race, the Great Forest Park Balloon Race, is on Saturday. Before we get into our show today, I just want to say I promised that I would give you a recap. I wish I could show it here, but for all different types of restrictions on all the social media platforms, I can't play his music for you. But if you look at my social reels and stories from last night, you'll see not only Teddy Swims, but Breland, who I had never heard of. I understand that he recently opened up for Shania Twain. He was incredible. I just started following him last night. So Breland and Teddy Swims raised the roof and blew it straight off the factory in Chesterfield. I was thoroughly impressed with the venue. And of course, Teddy Swims. If you've never heard of him, look him up. You'll be very, very happy that I've turned you on to him. He ended the concert last night with The Door, his latest song that you're hearing on pop radio, probably like Y98, KZK. Actually, if you have Alexa, go ahead and ask her to play some Teddy Swims for you today. It'll start your day off right. Lose Control is one that a lot of you know about. I would tell you to look into the version that he did on the Kelly Clarkson show because it was unbelievable. I wish they would release that. So Teddy, we loved having you in town, and I'm still trying to get you on the show. Teddy Swims, and I also would love to have Breland. Okay, we are going to talk about the dogs today, and I want you to know that A Whole New World, the Gala, is coming up on October 19th at Whitmoor Country Club. If you have not purchased your tickets yet, please do so. We are looking to raise some big money with the silent and live auction. The cocktail hour opens up at 5:30 on October 19th, Whitmoor Country Club, and a lot of you are excited about the aura readings that are going to take place. I can't wait. She's an animal communicator. That's one of the many things I can't wait for. And then, of course, all the doggies, many of the dogs will be there for you to see. I'm hoping that we'll have a little bit less because maybe they'll get adopted after you see them today. The parade of dogs coming up for you, along with a whole lot of positivity, or as we call it, Pawsitivity. That's all coming up for you when we return here from Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa in Cottleville, which is where Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue is.
Discover your full potential with a personalized styling experience. Designing, customizing, and transforming the looks of men and women. Revamp your individual style and embrace what makes you, you. That's real confidence.
Monica's show. It's very informational, but more importantly, inspirational.
People such as myself and others can come out and talk about real issues that are taking place in our communities.
These are amazing, really, really important topics that don't get discussed enough. really just promotes people who are making change and doing good in their lives.
And welcome back. It is 7:11, my dear friend. We've been here for the last several months talking about positivity. That's what we call it. This is Jessica Cook. She is the owner of Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa, Cottleville and O'Fallon. And then this location, Cottleville, is where Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue is. We've talked about a lot of really fun topics over the last several months, but we've been talking about this one for a while, that we wanted to do this big parade of dogs. And the reason for that is we need to show you, oh my gosh, we need to show you how many of them, unfortunately, are still here and how we want to get them adopted. Well, one of them was just looking through and peering through saying, it's my turn, it's my turn. So Jessica, we're going to be talking about them today. How many do you have?
So we have 24 here, and we have 7 at the Winghaven location.
24 and 7. Okay, so we have been talking about so many different dogs that have been adopted, but so many more that could be ready for you in your forever home. I do want to say congratulations to Guinevere and
Yes.
Karen getting
Yes.
adopted in the last week, right?
Yes, and they were tough cookies, so we we were excited when they went. One long timer and one spicy.
Yeah, very much so. I actually met the gentleman. I think, was it Tristan?
Yes.
I think so. Tristan
Yeah.
adopted Karen. And then what was the gentleman's name that adopted Guinevere? Do you know?
I believe his first name's Mike. He's just a single older guy, and that was Guinevere's type. Like they're already best friends.
Well, Guinevere, I had met. My husband and I were actually here. We met both of them, and I'm so glad that they were. One of the dogs was just returned. You said was one
Yes.
of Lady or Mama Blue.
Mama Blue's Texas 7 puppies that they were born.
Tumbleweed?
10, Tumbleweed's back.
But it's a good thing you said.
It's a good thing because he definitely, his journey didn't look as good as we had hoped, apparently. And we're going to get him back in good condition, and we're going to feature him today too.
Well, perfect. So we've got a lot to come through. We told you that today was the day. If there's a day that you wanted to stay on, if at all possible, for you to stay on live. If not, be sure to come back because these dogs may be meant for your home. So we're kicking it off live this morning, but tell them what's on tap for later today.
Later today, so we're having an open house from noon to 4. So that means just come on by, check out some available friends. Then if you say, you know what, I can't stop thinking about this dog, how do I do another meet and greet, or what's the process? Then that's when application goes on file and we start the private meet and greet process. We are still doing Gala raffle ticket auctions. So if you bring in any item that we can put in a raffle basket, your name goes in the raffle for each week. We've been doing a weekly winner for a ticket to the Gala.
And the Gala again, right here, October 19th, Whitmoor Country Club, with the doors opening with the cocktail hour again at 5:30. How have ticket sales been since we've been here?
Great. Last week, last year. Since last week, they've skyrocketed again. So we had a fast start and then like a lull, and now fast start again. So we have so many fantastic items that are live auctions and silent auctions. Amazing. We couldn't have been happier with the support we got with that.
Well, I was going to tell you, the community, thank you for coming out big time for the silent and the live auction donations. Again, if you can't come to the gala, people can still donate, because that's the whole thing, is we need to raise money for this wonderful woman, her staff. $90,000 is what it cost last year alone to be able to take care of these animals. So we were just talking about it. Let's go ahead and start to bring them in.
All right.
Jessica said she's going to be as surprised as
Let's see
me.
who's coming in first. Oh, that's Miss Celeste. She's our shy girl. But
she is shy. Look at her.
Sweet as can be. So she was a stray, and we honestly think, we don't know her story. We transferred her from the APA. We believe she was a hunting dog that got lost, that really wasn't cut out to be a hunting dog, because she had a hunting dog collar on her when she was found. She does much better with other dogs in the home. So she truly is a dog that's codependent on dogs. If they potty, she potties. If she
follows them.
She follows their lead. She's kid approved. We've never heard her bark. She is the quietest, laid back, sweet little lady. She's kid approved, hasn't met a stranger she doesn't like. She's just kind of this is her, what's going on. And then when she is comfortable, she's zooming all over the place.
And her eyes, I don't know if Ashlyn can get a little closer. I don't want to scare her because the camera might scare her, but her eyes, are they gray?
They're like green gray. We believe she's got some Chesapeake Bay Retriever mix. She's got that wire coat and the curly on the back, and that brindle color. So yeah, she's one where we're like, why is she here? She checks so many boxes for people who have kids and other dogs.
Well, and sometimes, as you know, people are looking for this dog to greet them when they run in, and it's just all crazy energetic.
Yes.
But she would probably be good for a senior, don't you think? For a grandma, grandpa?
I don't.
You think?
When she
or too timid?
Well, she would have to have another dog in the home, and she is only about 2 years old.
Okay, so that might come out of her.
Yeah, this is her first. This is kind of her like how she greets everybody, but don't let her fool you. She holds back and can get some zoomies. So I would say she'd be perfect for a busy family, honestly.
Okay, so tell them again if they want to adopt her, the process, and we'll talk about this throughout the next hour.
Yeah. So again, we're having an open house. We're only having this one today from 12 to 4, and then we're having a Saturday one, September 28th, during Caldwell's citywide garage sale. And then we won't have any most likely the month of October because we're in gala mode. So come to open house or submit an application online. They're on our About section on Facebook or the website, yuppypuppyspa.com. And then at that time, we schedule private meet and greets. So when we're not doing open houses, we have appointments constantly that we're working to transition dogs into home.
And I want to thank Hannah Ledford. She's at home moderating for you, and she dropped in the information of how you can find her. Thank you, sweetheart. She's like, no, wait, now I want to stay here. Okay, we mentioned there's going to be so many coming in the parade of dogs that we'll be surprised who is next. Oh, look at this little bundle of joy. Ashlyn's like, she's too fast for me.
And she is sporting her hot pink pedicure.
Look at that tail.
So Phyllis, she's been in a foster home for a long time, and then it wasn't working out, not because she did anything bad. The foster home wouldn't commit, and the pet adoption center was basically like, okay, we need to bring her back or you need to adopt. And so we transferred her to us. She's anywhere from like 8 to 10 years old, but she does not act 8 to 10 years old.
No, she's acting like she's 2.
She's small dog friendly.
Oh, that was perfect, Ashley. She's right at you.
Older kid friendly. She would be perfect for a senior. She loves to be held. She's potty trained. She's just easygoing, and this is early for her. She likes to sleep in.
Really? Because she got a lot of it. I was going to think that she was a morning bird.
She likes
now
to
she's
sleep
hungry.
So
again, this would be good for a senior, or if you just want to have that kind of energy in your home. Evidently, maybe at morning, maybe at night. Her tail reminds me of a Shiba Inu.
Yeah. She'd be a fun one to DNA test. She's probably got a mix of everything.
Look at the snarly tooth. Again, if you're just tuning in, Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue is where we are this morning. And we've been talking about wanting to do this for a while. We're going to show a ton of dogs because one of them has to be right for you. See, everybody wants to ask this. Diane said, what kind is she? But we want you to, because we don't know unless you DNA.
Yes. So who knows? She doesn't have the personality of a typical Chihuahua because she loves everybody. Chihuahuas tend to be very loving and loyal to one or two people.
Yes.
She honestly probably has a variety of Heinz 57, a million different things. That's why I definitely go by personality. And then again, when, if you looked online and we said Chihuahua mix and 10 years old, you're going to think small little cranky maybe and a senior. And
yes.
This is total
That's
opposite.
Not cranky at all.
This is total opposite. She is a doll.
She likes Ashlyn.
Yeah.
So Richard just said she's definitely not a Great Dane.
No. Yeah. Yes.
You can definitely take a few breeds out of that for sure. She's very alert, very excited, great energy. And again, Phyllis?
Yes.
And what was the first dog's name?
Celeste.
Celeste. Okay. Celeste and then Phyllis, our first two. Julie just said, Mama Jackie, which one are you taking? My mom says no, but I don't know. One of these days we'll be able to. Thank you so much. We continue with our parade of dogs here at Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue. Okay, look at this one.
This
Oh,
is
hi.
Caspian.
Caspian?
Caspian.
Who named Caspian?
I named Caspian.
You
Actually, my daughter came up with her. She said he needs a prince name.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
Tell me Caspian's story.
So Caspian was from a backyard breeder hoarding situation. He got confiscated and he had an old break, which probably was extremely painful. He was a puppy growing up with a broken leg. It was so old and damaged that it was opted to amputate him. And dogs that are amputated, it's like they have the invisible leg. They are so resilient. I mean, he runs, he jumps, he does everything. And he's about 10 months old.
10 months old. And so I'm glad that we're showing this because so many people think when they see a quote unquote tripod, hi, beautiful.
Hi, sweet boy.
Oh my gosh, you're gorgeous.
He is.
So people have not ever thought of giving a chance. My best friend adopted a dog that had been on the streets and eventually did have to have her leg taken. And she's running around on those 3 legs just like she has 4.
Yes.
Or like we're going to show Jalapeno again today.
Yes, Jalapeno's coming in last.
Oh, yes. We're saving. Well, we can't do that. They're all the best. But that's what I want you all to understand, that if you think, oh, I don't know, they're missing a leg, how are they going to be? She just told you. No different. Gosh, good looking dog.
Yes.
Now, what do you, people are going to ask, what, you have lab in him?
He is, most
Maybe?
likely,
Yep.
yeah. But he's one, too, that could be lab, could have mixed. You just, again, until you DNA test, you just don't know.
And by the way, I love for you all to do that. I did it and it was just so much fun. And Jessica gave me a wake up call last time I was here. I said, well, so this one's this one's this. Well, obviously Opus, she goes, you don't know that Opus is 100% Shiba Inu.
Yeah. Yep.
So maybe I need to do a DNA on him.
Yeah.
Have any of you ever done that, by the way? Do it. It's a lot of fun, by the way. You are gorgeous, Caspian.
And so he is not kid approved. He's a little shy when it comes to children, but he loves other dogs. So he would be great with adult only or people with dogs. And even though he's 10 months old, he's such a laid back boy that he would be good for a senior too.
And you've had him how long?
We've had him for about 3 or 4 months now.
3 or 4 months? Okay. So we're talking about some of these dogs that are long timers, some dogs that come in and they go right away. Ashlyn, do me a favor. Can you see what's going on in the lobby?
Yeah, we're going to get Willie Nelson in here. He's causing trouble with
Thank you, Kennedy, which, by the way, Kennedy, who was just with Caspian, is their trainer who is unbelievable with your dog. So if you've never trained an animal before and you thought, well, I need a more well-behaved dog, you probably want to look into that. Whether you've adopted a dog from here or not, Kennedy can be the trainer for your dog. Okay. Oh my goodness.
The Willie Nelson coming in hot. Hi,
Willie. Ashlyn's like, whoa, oh my gosh. How old is Willie Nelson?
Willie Nelson is 10 months old.
And a bulldozer.
And so he's one, we know his back history and we know what he is and his age. So
what is he?
He is a Saint Bernard poodle mix.
Oh,
that,
wow.
A woman purchased and said, I don't know what I was thinking. He keeps growing. He's too much. He's too big. And, it's really sad because I feel like when people do that, they steal that baby part from people, from adopters.
Absolutely.
They steal the growing and the awkward stage, but he's got a lot of growing.
Is he's still growing?
Oh yeah.
What do you think he'll be?
He's a large breed. He's 85 pounds now. Large breeds, he is neutered now, but we just got him neutered. He will grow till about 1.5 years, almost 2 years.
What do you think he'll weigh?
I think he's going to be about 120 pounds.
And what is he now?
He's 85.
Wow. Okay, so you talked to us about not looking at the paws,
yes,
but looking at the growth plate, that knob. So you can see, he's still got,
yes, and they look kind of like a baby giraffe, kind of awkward.
My legs are still growing,
clumsy.
Mom.
Yes. And so if you go to our Facebook page, so he is a dog that will need constant grooming. We had to shear him like a sheep, and he had clearly not had grooming before, so it took us 3 days. And so
oh my gosh.
We've been working on that, so wherever he goes or if he comes back here, you don't get kicked out of the grooming salon. And so He's a ball of energy. He loves everybody.
I can see that.
He's kid approved, but right now he would take small children's knees out.
Absolutely. I mean, look at all that energy he has. So why Willie Nelson? Who named him Willie Nelson?
I think Dawn named him that because he was a traveler. He was found and he was apparently very well known in Newtown. He was wandering all the time there.
He was the traveler. I was going to say, so he wasn't found on a bus with a bunch of smoke coming out of it?
No.
That would be Willie Nelson. Oh my gosh, I've never seen a mix like that. And look, he's been going through training. You can see a lot of energy. If you're looking for that, and you know what, I would think if you are an active person, that he would be great for you to join you on runs and walks, things like that.
Knowing that he'll need, we had to shear him down, but he will need, he's a doodle mix, so he's going to need grooming about once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson. This is what are we on now? 3? Is that 4? 3.
I think that's
1,
4.
2, 3, 4. 4. Thank you. Continuing with our parade of dogs. All right, hang on. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring more in. As we said, we're going to try to show as many as we possibly can in this hour. If you're just tuning in, when we're coming back, who's this one we're going to show?
This is Strudel. He's one of our newest guys.
All right, Strudel, you're on tap when we return with the Real Monica Adams Show.
I'm excited to announce my all-new mattress topper. In the times we're in, I wanted to bring you the best affordable mattress topper ever. So I took my 2 best technologies and combined them to make the ultimate mattress topper. And now you can get it for as low as $69.98. Queen size only $99.98. It all starts with my famous MyPillow foam that provides you that overall full body support. Second is the individual comfort supports that give you an amazing custom sleep experience. It's like it's made specifically for you. The queen size alone has over 14,000 comfort supports. This is the perfect mattress topper to improve any bed. New bed, old bed, your guest beds. Get them for every bedroom in your house. Go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get the all-new My Mattress Topper for as low as $69.98. Queen size only $99.98. Don't delay, order today.
Delay on this because it's going to creep up on you and you're suddenly going to need to close those pools. We are doing it, I think, tomorrow, maybe even today. A lot of the leaves are starting to fall. That's the hardest part of when you have a pool still open past Labor Day. All those leaves you got to keep scooping out. If you are, in fact, closing your own pool, then make sure you stop in to Just Pools, the pool and spa specialist. Madonna told us that right now they have 10% off those winterizing kits. They also have 50% off of all the pool toys that we've been mentioning. I know you're wrapping up the season, but it would be a good idea for you to be ahead of schedule for next year. So stock up on that. Tell your friends and family, Just Pools and Spas on the West Outer Road in Arnold is the place for them to go for everything they need for the pools. And if by chance you've been talking about having one built, get on the list, and hopefully 2025 is the year for you. Just Pools, again, the pool and spa specialist, and we thank each and every one of our sponsors for being a part of our show, and it just keeps growing and growing, as you'll see here on the bottom of our screen. All right, welcome back. Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue and Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa in Cottleville. That's where we are today. Our wonderful friend, owner, Jessica Cook, and then her entire staff coming in. Thank you, by the way, so that you can show off all these beautiful animals. So we went to the break and said, stand by. We've got another dog to show. Tell us a little bit about this one.
So this is Strudel, and poor guy hasn't been settled in quite some time. So he came in as a stray about 3 years ago to Pet Adoption Center. Was adopted, returned, and it was all just, we can't take care of him. It wasn't anything, alarming or whatever. And then this last time, he was confiscated from a home in a bad situation. And so now he's here, and he's one of our newest guys, and we adore him. He has been nothing but perfect since he's been here. He's about 10, 11 years old, they said, and just laid back and doesn't know a stranger and as sweet as can be.
Again, all of these dogs, you sit there and you see them and you wonder, well, why are they still there? Because they've been waiting for you. That's why we wanted to do the parade today, because one of these, you're going to go, oh, that's the dog. And you're going to want to find out. If you just tuned in, we were mentioning that they have that opportunity later today. Always, though, private meet and greets that you can set up. We stressed this last time, though, because I saw somebody comment that is a mother of a dear friend of mine, and she was thinking, well, I haven't heard back from anybody. And I said, you can't call the spa.
No.
You can't call the main number. You've got to go to the Pet Finder
Right.
site.
Yes.
And then set up the meet and greet or
Yes.
come to the open house.
Because the spa is busy with booking hotels and grooming and training and running the business. The rescue truly is separate from as far as the appointments go in the process. So email thread is the best way, because that's how we communicate, getting all documentation and understanding transitioning into the home. So email is the best way, and application, and then we start the process.
If you have any questions, by the way, of any of the dogs, please let us know. Thank you. Let us know, and maybe we'll have to bring one up. All right. I wanted to meet this one.
Yes.
This is the baby that
Yes.
people have been saying, oh, I see scars and I'm scared,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
What? I mean, so what?
Right. And it wasn't.
I'm going over as you talk.
He's a doll. So he was found in Jennings. Somebody had hit him with their car. He had possible. He had all unimaginable things done to him, and he was nursed back to health by a fellow rescuer. He's gone to all the TV stations, each event. He does best with little dogs, and we think it's because he was in a home recovering with his wounds with a whole bunch of little dogs. So he's more fond of them. But he's kid approved. He's a great car rider. And I know that's a little unsure.
I said this when I was in TV, that they would always get a little scared of the camera because the camera's going in their face. Okay, so let me just say this. If you suddenly got in an accident or something happened and you got a scar, would you want people to give up on you? No. He's got beautiful fur and he's got a few scars. So what?
Hi, Reggie.
Oh my gosh. Come here. Come over to Jess.
Hi. I know.
Hi, baby.
I know. It's my
Oh my God. Okay,
That's
he's
my
going to eat the microphone. A lot of energy. How old?
Yeah, about 2 or 3, we think.
About 2 or 3. So again, the ideal home.
I would say small dogs are okay, or no dogs. And then kids are fine.
Cats?
Is he fine with cats? He's fine, because I was going to say, so Kennedy has a cat that's our dog cat tester, and he was fine with her cat. And she has a bossy cat that right away we will know, and she's like, he was fine with him.
Reggie put the cat in his place.
He's so eager too. Like he is like for training is like sky's the limit. He makes eye contact. He
just looked at you as soon as you said that.
You do. Just really intelligent, and I mean he's just one that's so resilient.
This is Reggie again, by the way. If you are
Richie.
Reggie?
Richie.
Oh, Richie. Sorry, Richie. If you are interested in Richie, I'm sorry, I said your name wrong. Richie.
Yeah, that's his middle name.
Reggie. Look up Richie and find out more information about him. You said the word that I would use, which is eager. You can see that he's eager.
Yes.
Thank you. Again, we're showing the parade of dogs, and they're small dogs and big dogs.
You're going to want to stand up. You're going to want to stand up, Ashley.
Oh my gosh, he's doing the dance. She or you? He's doing a dance.
This is Frank.
I have not met Frank.
So, because Frank will bite you.
Frank has attitude?
Yes. So he's been with us a year. He was a bite case. He's 2 years old. But as you can see now, it took us almost an entire year for him we can pick him up. The staff that's here now, he's great. But any new people, he's still unsure. So he's one that when we do the meet and greet process, like we don't sugarcoat our rescues. The first time you meet him, you're not going to touch him. We're going to set you up for success.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to continue the process. And
they don't have the patience.
They
for
don't
that?
have the patience, and we say, but everything that we had to do for whatever he had been through,
right?
It worked, and we want to show you how to get there. But it's a lot, and you're going to come quite a few times and do training sessions with us, because honestly, if you can't pick him up to put him in the car to go home, it's not going to be a success. So we need you to get to that trust, and we will put in the time if the adopters want to put in the time, just like we did with Karen. He must have come 10 times, you know, because we wanted him to know, if you just adopted this dog today, she's going to bite you.
Right.
You're going to return her. You don't, let's have a conversation with you and the dog several times.
Well, look how well he's. So
yes.
Who is his handler right now?
This is Hannah.
So Hannah is getting him to sit and behave.
Yes.
Again, he's hyper focused on looking at her. Like,
yes.
what? Okay, obviously we're doing the training with treats.
Yes.
But if you are looking, and there's so many people that love Frenchies.
Yes.
That I'm actually surprised. I mean, I understand that they have to have the patience, but I'm
yes.
actually surprised he's been here a year.
Well, we actually have 4 Frenchies in our group right now. We get a lot of Frenchies because people think, oh, they're cute,
yep.
and they're on all this merchandise and they're yep. Instagram worthy. They're a big dog in a little dog body. Like, yes, there are ones that are family kid friendly balls of goo, but they have a lot of attitude. And if you don't have a proper understanding and create boundaries, that's why they end up in the rescue.
So this connection that she has with him right now,
yes.
how long did that take?
It took about 6-7 months. She can actually bathe him, do his nails, all that thing. But if she would have went in day 1, month 1, month 2,
would have been bitten.
She would have been bitten.
I think you should adopt him. He loves you, but he could also love you. Again, as I mentioned, if you have questions or comments about any of these dogs, or just start showing these particular segments, and maybe tell somebody fast forward to this one, have the patience. Frank, nice to meet you. Oh, he's good looking.
He is.
Very good looking. Good morning, everybody that's signing on. All right, we're doing a parade of dogs in case you're tuning in going, oh my gosh, dog after dog after dog.
This is Tumbleweed that got returned yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh, Tumbleweed, welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, you look happy because you're looking for the right home.
Yes.
Sometimes you think that the returns are actually a good thing because they were not in the right home.
Yes.
How old is Tumbleweed?
So he was born here. I helped deliver him on October 10th. So I think that makes him 7 months old.
7 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
You can see that baby in him. Well, hi, sweetheart. Welcome back, Tumbleweed. I know, doing the dance. What makes them do that, by the way? Because there's so many things on Instagram and Facebook that I watch when I see them do their little prance with their front legs.
It's just pent up energy, and sometimes it's usually happy when they
showing
when
off.
you show a lot of there's been research showing like when they do the high step.
Yes, that
it's happy energy.
I saw a Shiba Inu doing that yesterday on Instagram. I'm like, my dog doesn't do that. I want that. So what is the breed in Tumbleweed? Do you know?
So it's really funny. So they are one. Okay, so we have Mama Blue,
right?
And she looks like a cattle dog.
Yes.
And they did a DNA test, and I'll have to go back and see if I could find it. We posted it. It was Beagle, and Chihuahua.
What?
And I think some Lab and some cattle dog. But a lot of people think, okay, well, that's what mom is. We don't know what dad is.
Right. And they could have several dads.
Yes. So all the puppies that have done DNA tests are all different. So it's not just because mom and dad were this, a little bit of this got in him. Just like, my son has bright blue eyes and blonde hair, but my daughter has dark hair and green eyes. Like, it's just
a mix.
So she has a little bit, and we did the 23andMe, and she has more of the Hispanic side than my son does. So he pulls more of something else, just like a litter does.
So just came back yesterday.
Yes.
And again, so if somebody's interested in Tumbleweed, is Tumbleweed up on the Pet Finder already?
We didn't put him up on Pet Finder, but he's available. We're going to put him up there, and he'll be available for the open house. We've already dog tested him. He's personality wise, he's exactly meets the criteria that when he left. He's still dog friendly, still kid approved. I mean, we came in last night and did all the things, and his tail hasn't stopped wagging. He was happy to be here.
So is he the kind of dog that has the energy first thing in the morning, late at night? He's just ready to go, or does he have this calmness?
They are a kind of them being puppies and their breed and mom, like they're a dog that could utilize play camp. Like all his brothers and sisters come to camp, and the mom. They have a good amount of energy, so they'd be a good running buddy. They'd be great with a house full of children.
And we have to stress this, and I am guilty of it, that I get so busy in life, and you come home and you've got a dog, especially a dog that has like cattle or something like that type of breed in it. They want exercise. They want to play, don't you?
Yes, sweet boy.
Hi, baby. Again, tumbleweed available immediately. Okay, thank you for showing off. Open house again. We know people. This one cannot wait to come in. Oh my God. This is my favorite day here, Jessica. Just give me more and more dogs. Who is this?
This is Bart. We adore him. He
Well,
just met Rennie Knapp. He has never had anyone ask to see him. Has never had an application. He was a year at the Pet Adoption Center, and he's been with us since July. And you want to know what? He's one of the best kept secrets, that whoever opens up their heart and home to him, he is so well trained.
Well, look at him with Kennedy.
He is perfect in a house.
Oh, there she say that word.
Cats.
He's a unicorn?
He's a unicorn. His downfall is, all the dogs that are around here in the lobby, no problem. He can be right next to a dog, but he doesn't want dogs on him to jump to play. So he'd be best in a home without any dogs, but cats are great. He snuggles with her cat. So,
Kennedy, how many have you adopted?
I'm still working on it, but I've taken almost everyone home.
Of course.
Yeah.
Again, this is Bart. I mean, look at the love between them. So ideally an only dog home, but again, cats, and then children.
Yes, he loves children. He's fine with kids. And like I said, he's one, if you wanted to go to a food truck with other dogs, if you wanted to go to a restaurant, no problem.
Okay.
He is fantastic.
Just don't crawl all over him.
He's not going to do anything. He's not going to lunge. He's not going to fence fight. He will sit right there. He's just a dog that in his bubble, he doesn't want. And we find a lot of, the dogs that have to be a single dog only. It's not that they're reactive. A lot of people think, oh, well, if that dog doesn't like other dogs, I can't go for a calm walk. I can't enjoy outside with other dogs. And that's just not the case. We've brought him everywhere. He went down to Barquet with us.
Oh, okay.
He's just on leash and he enjoys the outing. He's just, mind your space. I'm going to sit with the adults and have a beer.
So let me ask this, because I know this has been the case with other dogs in the past. If somebody they have children who have dogs and they want to bring them over to the house to visit, what would that be like?
No, so that hinders a lot of dogs getting adopted, and it drives us crazy.
Yes.
Be an advocate for your dog. Tell your family, don't bring your dog.
Yep.
Or he would be fine if they had to come, put him in a back room. He doesn't destroy anything. Let him hang out in the bed and watch TV while they come over. But it's too much to ask for a dog that it's a lot if family members bring their dog maybe once a year or holiday time.
Yeah.
And then you say, oh my gosh, that rescue didn't like my family's dog. Well, that's not how we introduce dogs to other dogs.
You need to pay attention to what they say, because they have set the dogs up for success. You take them home and you don't follow what they have said, and that's where things go wrong.
Yeah.
You got to continue the training, bring them in with Kennedy. By the way, you've mentioned this in the past. If someone does adopt from you, what do they get?
They get 50% off training for life. And then the 50% off grooming for life. And we do a discounted daycare. And then we do discounts on the hotel stays.
There we go. There's so many reasons why people ask me, they're like, oh, I was looking at this dog. I'm like, no, please do me a favor. I am a big, big proponent of what they do here. And they are truly trying to set you up for success with all of these dogs. Again, you said 24 here. Is that right? 23 or 24 here? Or 27?
24 here and then 7 at the O'Fallon location. So the 7 at the O'Fallon location. So we have quarantine area, intake, all that. So they go, any new dogs go there. They get fully vetted. We have a wonderful trainer over there too that gets them started on the basics. And then once they're fully vetted, ready to accept applications, they come in here.
They are all cracking me up.
Bye,
Hi.
Bart.
Bye, Bart.
Bye,
Thank you
Bart.
for showing
You did a
up.
good
Look at the
job.
next one. They are all making me laugh. They're like, today is our
Yeah.
day. Okay, come on down. We are showing you the parade of dogs at Yuppy Puppies
Hi,
Forever
Oswald.
Rescue. Oswald?
This is Oswald.
Okay, Oswald's trying to figure everything out first.
So he's a baby. So they are almost 6 months old now. So Otto and Oswald are brothers. Otto is going home on Friday.
Oh, congrats, Otto.
So Oswald's here. So they were surprise intakes, meaning we had scheduled to take one, and the transporter called and said, there's these 2 4-month-old puppies in a rural area. Today they're being euthanized. Can you please take them?
And you said absolutely.
And I said, put them in the car.
Exactly.
But again, that's why we need to have the gala, because when I say yes, they came, obviously they had to be quarantined because we didn't know anything about them. All the vaccines, all the dewormers, neuters, heartworm tests, they were really dehydrated, needed fluids, had a couple stints at VSS. So their vet bills were each about $5,000 to $6,000 for brothers, and we adopt puppies out at $375.
Right.
So because I
Now
said,
do the math.
because I said yes, they cost me a fortune, but they're so worth it. Their life did not need to be ended. So I'm glad that we were able
It's
to.
okay. Look how quickly though. See, when he first came in, a little apprehensive, and then was like, oh, okay, that camera's not going to scare me. Again, we are seeing many dogs just over 30 that they have, but I've heard you even have higher numbers. So I'm actually happy to hear that the numbers are a little lower. That means you've been able to adopt out. I see you also get tagged a lot, and hey, this dog needs, and you're like, okay,
all day long.
I'll do it.
All day long.
You and other rescues, that's what they go
Yes.
through.
Yes.
And they're looking for saying yes, but they can't unless you help out, which again, we're showing you as many as we can. Thank you.
Thank you, Oswald.
And then how many of these dogs will be at the gala?
Right now, because we have three wishes sponsors, so we're gonna bring at least 3.
Wow, look at this.
This is Sherlock.
Who is this?
Sherlock.
Oh, this is Sherlock.
So he is only 5 months old.
Oh, this is
as you can see the knobs
Yes.
on the growth plates on it. So he most likely to us, again, you wouldn't know until you DNA test him, but there was Great Pyrenees and Goldens on the farm where he was, and we think he's a mix of both. But again, we just don't know.
That is beautiful. I see there's so many dogs that they have here of breeds I've never seen in my life.
And so we know he came from a farm that had livestock guardian dogs. And so that's why, even though he is a puppy at a young age, he has a lot of prey drive. So no cats, no small dogs in homes.
Okay.
He's just doing what he was most likely bred to do. He's going to be the best squirrel chaser out of somebody's yard. So gentle with children. He is kid approved, large dog approved, but definitely no small dogs or cats.
He would be like, are you a squirrel? I'm going to eat you.
Yes.
So again, we talked about this last week. Ashlyn, if you can pan down and show what she's talking about with regards, oh, look, I love the eyes. With regards to the growth, you can see if he's only 5 months old,
yes.
What do you think he'll weigh?
He probably won't weigh that much,
Just
but
get taller,
he is
leaner.
going to be a lot taller and a lot larger. I would say he's probably only maybe if halfway done growing.
Holy cow.
He's going to be a tall
a horse
guy. Yeah.
You'll have a horse at your house.
Yeah.
Sherlock. And by the way, thank you, Hannah. Hannah is on the Pet Finder site right now. And every time we show a dog, she's immediately dropping that link in to make it easy for you to go to that exact dog. If you have any questions before they go to the next one, hurry up and put the comments into the moderation section so that Jessica can answer for you. I love this. I've never seen so many breeds in my life. Small dogs, big dogs, loving dogs, solo dogs.
Bye, Sherlock.
Thank you, Sherlock. They're all making me laugh. The funniest thing today is how they're bouncing up on the window.
Here comes Maynard.
Oh my gosh. This is a lot of personality right here. That brindle color, so gorgeous.
So, hi, Maynard. I adore this dog. He is to a T of what my Bull Mastiff's personality was. He's a Bull Mastiff mix. They are very independent. So he's not going to be the dog that's going to cuddle with you, that's going to be the affectionate. He's going to be curious. He's going to say, what are you doing? That's great. What else? So he needs to be in a home with other dogs. He was in a home with 5 dogs, and he doesn't poop without another dog pooping. Like, he will hold it. If he will not go outside if another dog does not go outside. So he is a true codependent dog, just like Celeste was.
Interesting. What causes that, by the way?
They're just not in the world of dogs. They are the followers. They're not the leaders. They are not the ones that are going to make, even though he is independent, he wants to be his own. He needs somebody to follow, pretty much.
He's like, my friends are in there. How long has he been here?
He's been here like 3 months. He's had a ton of interest, but not the right match. Everyone, of course, said he was cute. We had he's not a
look at his spit bubble.
Yeah, he's not a dog for the first time dog owner, and so that's all the applications we had, and we explained kind of why he's not going. He is powerful too, and if he doesn't want to do something,
he'll let you know.
So he needs an experienced handler, and definitely a home with other dogs.
How often does he need to be groomed? Look at all that hair. He's okay. Just brushed.
Nails done once a month, every 6 weeks. All dogs can benefit from that.
Look at that slobber.
Yes, you will have.
He's like, hey Kennedy, take me for a walk.
From somebody who has mastiffs, you will be wiping slobber off your ceiling. Yeah,
just know that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he's got so much beautiful energy to him. Gorgeous. Love it. All right. Again, we're going to take a quick break. We are continuing to show you the dogs here at Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa, Cottleville, 24 here, 7 at the O'Fallon Winghaven location. Tell them again what time open house is.
From noon to 4 today.
Noon to 4, but you can always, if you absolutely cannot come today, you can set up your own private meet and greet. All right. Oh, Rosa. Hi. Okay, we have featured Rosa before. We're going to show you Rosa, and I don't know, how many more do you think we have left?
I don't know. Do you know how many more we have left?
Oh, okay, perfect. We're going to show them all. We wanted to make sure that we could show all of them today that were up and ready to be shown. We've actually shown Rosa before. Yep. I don't know why Rosa's still here, because just so much love. We're going to have that. And if you have any questions, drop them in right now. Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue. We'll talk about the gala, how you can help all these babies, coming up on October 19th. He wants to say, I can't believe I took your son's life. I don't know what I was thinking. I have so much regret and remorse. I've changed my life. Would you accept that apology?
I've never thought of that. Yeah, I would.
Do you think, because you talk about forgiveness, do you think that you all can ever forgive one another and come back together?
It wasn't just right. I'm not perfect. Just because my name is Bush, I don't have it all figured out, and I think they know that too.
I was cyclically depressed, so I could be the happiest person you ever met at 11 a.m. I could be on cloud 9, and by 7 p.m. that evening, I'd be sitting on a couch with a gun in my hands. I mean, hard not to get emotional. I
never feel sorry for being emotional.
I really, I was at a space to where I couldn't believe that I had brought my children into this.
Where's the light? Because many of you probably feel that there's this darkness and there's this thunder cloud that's constantly over you. This family has dealt with so much.
So our journey is our journey. There has to be purpose in this pain. There has to be something more powerful. I have to find something to be blessed about every day. I have to count my blessings and have gratitude every single day.
Welcome back. Positive Talk Time, as you just saw on the screen. We went to the break and told you that Rosa was coming up next. Now, Rosa has actually been featured on The Real Monica Adams Show in the past. Rosa's been here how long, Jessica?
She's been here, I want to say she came in April or March. Yeah.
March of this year?
Yes.
What's on her ears? She's got earrings on.
Yeah, she loves her spa days. So we paint her nails. We do her ears.
Look at her toes. Ashlyn, show those toes off. Does she know that she has aqua on her toes?
I think so. She's pretty fancy.
She's bougie.
And so she was one that's close to our mission. She was so loved her whole life. Her owner passed away.
Yes.
And so we know she is 9 years old. We know all her health records, everything about her. She is potty trained, so easy to walk. She's one just like Bart. You would never know she doesn't like other dogs, but she doesn't. You can take her out. She can be in the lobby. She does not want dogs in her space, which is pretty typical of the Shar-Peis. They're extremely loyal to their family members, but they
not
don't want other dogs.
Interesting. Yeah. Now we were just asking if we thought that Rosa could be with home with cats.
And she has not gone home with Kennedy, so we will be trying that, because that's a good question. She's one that if nobody messes with her, she doesn't look for trouble. So if it was a cat that kind of just was out and about, I think she could coexist with a cat, because she's not going to go up to anything.
So I'm going to be on a mission here. Ashlyn said that if she were to adopt a dog, that this would be the dog right here. So we need Kennedy to take Rosa home to see how she does with cats. And then maybe Ashlyn will adopt Rosa. What do you think, Ashlyn? Wink, wink. She says, yes, I got to ask Mom. Thank you, Rosa. Again, you're tuned in to the Real Monica Adams Show, and we've never had a chance to showcase so many dogs before. Oh, Lord have mercy. I have got to thank your staff, because they're doing a great job. Oh, but now look how calm. As soon as they came over to Jessica. What is the name again?
So this is Ryder. And I have been working on him to try to get him into my house.
Oh.
Because we had the animal communicator, and he's the one that said, "Don't worry about it. There's details, but I'll be coming home with you."
Oh.
Well, but
Ryder, is this your mama?
I just came off the heartache of losing one of my dogs unexpectedly, and so if the right home comes along for him, because I do think they all end up where they're supposed to be anyway.
Absolutely.
So I want to see if he has a great home for him, then that's his journey too. So he came to us. He's 7 years old. He's one. We always talk about when dogs get surrendered, we whisk them away really fast, and we make sure we're having fun. We're doing all these things. We don't let that negative energy come down to him. Well, he got me. He was one that I was crying on him, and I was wiping his tears because it was so sad. The owner, when he was surrendering him, took his collar off, and he was playing tug of war with his collar with the owner, almost to be like, "Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I'm so sorry." That we immediately bonded. But you can see he's totally happy.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. They're all looking happy, but this one. So what would your husband say about if Ryder doesn't go to another home and you say,
well,
"Come on,
luckily
can we do it?"
My husband said, you're crazy enough. I don't even question you anymore, because I was like, he said he's supposed to be in our house.
How many dogs do you have now?
I currently have 5 dogs, so I'm down. So, but I don't know right now
if it's the right time,
because the pack now, when you lose one, they're getting their own new dynamic, and so it's just too much. It's not the right time. It wouldn't be fair to him or my others to bring him in. So he is not kid approved, which I know is usually strange for a golden retriever, but that is why he is here with us. He didn't like a toddler in the home, one of the grandkids, and at first we were like, well, was there toys involved?
That was the introduction.
Yes. And the guy did admit, yes, there was toys involved, there was food involved, and he nipped at the toddler. But since being here and introducing him to some of the staff members' kids, he is not a fan of children at all.
Okay.
And then also so his best friend was Sean, who passed away.
Yes.
He loves.
Well, he's been through a lot.
He loves calm energy dogs. If there's a high energy dog or a dog that really wants to play, he does not enjoy that, and he will shut it down. He will start to growl back up and definitely let them know.
He likes that.
So a calm dog in the home is going to be best for him.
This is awesome.
I just love
rub the
him.
butt, rub the butt. You know what? I want you to all listen to what they're saying. You've got to take all this to heart because they bring the dogs in. They do all the work with them before you ever say they're up for an application.
Yes,
You will not, and that's what is so very different about her rescue. And she's not just going to bring a dog in and say, "Okay, great, adopt the dog," because all that is setting them up, for failure, and we're hoping for success. You're beautiful.
Because technically, I mean, look at him. Like you would say, a golden retriever.
He's like family,
we've
right?
got 5 small kids.
Yep.
We went to adopt him. He would be returned or something
Yep.
negative would happen.
Right.
So we've done the homework, the research. We're not just saying it just because like he really does need to go in a home with no children.
Well, and imagine if all you do is adopt a dog and the dog continues to get returned, what that's doing to them dampening their spirit. So you mentioned earlier that Ryder said that he wanted to come home with you.
Yes.
He said that through the woman that will be at the gala,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So she has an animal communicator that will be at the gala. How cool is
and
this?
then let me show you this. She probably doesn't even know we're live. I woke up thinking of Ryder today. What did you decide with?
What is her name again?
Her name is Sarah.
Sarah, right?
Yeah.
So I have someone who said that they were on the fence about going to the gala, found out when I was talking about it yesterday. She's like, "Oh my gosh, Sarah's amazing." And she sent me her Facebook page and everything. And she's like, there's several things that Sarah has told her in the past from human aspect besides the animal communicator. So that's just one of many aspects of the gala that we want you to be at. You can possibly have Ryder as your dog. That's a beautiful dog with a lot of energy, but I don't know. At some point, Jessica might say that this dog went home with her because Ryder's saying, me, Jessica, me. Okay, we're down to our last couple. Look at you're beautiful. Who is this?
This is Victor.
Victor? How is Victor still here? Come on.
I know.
Victor is how old?
He's 4 months old.
Yes.
From the looks of him, again, you wouldn't know till you DNA test him, but we do think he's probably a black-mouth cur mix.
A what?
A black-mouth cur mix.
Never heard of that.
They're a fantastic breed. A lot of dogs are also kind of mixed in with them. They're very intelligent, very loyal. So he's going to need to be continued set up for success. So the things that we work on are not only the socialization, but we've worked on he's crate trained because that's important. If you bring home a puppy, it's a safe space that they're taught, to keep them safe from chewing on something, from letting frustration set in. So we crate train all of our dogs. Also, too, for safety. If there's a natural disaster and you have to put your dog in a crate to be safe to transport it. And then working on drummeling their nails and all the different sights and sounds. So he's definitely moldable. He would be kid approved, dog approved right now. He meets all that criteria.
Cat approved. Well, he's another unicorn.
Yeah.
Victor.
And now it's so important for them to continue that. So we'll have dogs that are, this age. We've tested, we've done all these things. And when they go home, keep setting them up for success. So they're not a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old then that becomes, dog reactive, that comes to all these things, behaviors.
I'm glad he got in the light. I wanted you to see his eyes, which is what stole my heart as soon as he walked in. I'm going to tell you right now, that is a good looking dog. And if I didn't have 3 and Jim would allow me, I think I would look into this one. There's the coat on him and everything. Okay, so I'm looking at him, and we were told not to look at the paws. So if I look at his knob, how much bigger do you think he'll get?
I would say he's going to be about 45 to 50 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking he
got
looked
some growing to do.
He looked like about the size of my dog Tessa. So if you follow me and you look at Tessa, I would think about the same.
I would say
you're good looking.
Yeah.
Yes, you are good looking. Look at those eyes.
eyeliner.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The eyes are everything to me. I'm an eye person because I'm like, oh, look at the dog. Look at the dog's eyes. Okay, so thank you, Hannah. Again, Hannah is at home. Just so quick on this. Bye, Victor. Again, if you are interested in any of these dogs, they have open house today. If you can't come today, do a private meet and greet.
Calvin couldn't wait to come in and get his.
Kelvin said, enough, Victor. It's my turn. All right, tell us about Kelvin.
Kelvin was wandering the streets downtown by the Arch and was picked up by Cares STL. His before picture on Facebook, he had, again, sheared like a sheep. He had mats all over, long hair. His eyes were matted shut too. He's been pleasant since day one. We got him neutered. His skin, his mats were so tight on him, they were pulling out of him. So that's what that is. Hopefully that will grow back, but it does look like that might just be permanent scarring because the mats were so tight that it had pulled away from his skin.
And again, you just wonder why someone or anyone would not take care of an animal. But that's when we're actually happy that they get out of their care and to Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue to eventually be at your home, because we don't want them going through that ever again. Well, I don't even know what to even begin to see. What do you think he is?
He's got the face of like a Brussels Griffin.
Okay.
He's got the real soft coat, almost like a Wheaton. He's probably a mix of all kinds of things. He's got a long nose, kind of like a Lhasa Apso. Like he could be
anything.
He could be anything.
He's a Heinz 57.
He also kind of looks like he could have some terrier. But he's a good boy. We think he's about 10 years old. He's small dog friendly, and he would be great for a senior because he's got a little bit of spunk, but no endurance. He'll be taking a nap after this.
Yeah. As soon as he walks through the door, he's like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
I showed off for the exact time that I needed to. There's a reason why there's a reason why we're showing small dogs, big dogs, dogs for seniors, dogs that are, again, for an entire family. Oh, I haven't seen this one.
This is Rosalie.
Rosalie?
Yeah.
Hi, sweetie.
So she's about 13 years old. Her owners financially and physically just couldn't care for her anymore. And she's great. She is kid approved, potty trained, loves other dogs. She's one that was in a loved home and would be a very easy transition into another home.
How hard is that? You think about having your fur baby for as long as you do, and then financial, strains on you, and then suddenly the dog's like, wait a minute, I've been here my entire life, and now where am I? I always think about their spirit, Jessica.
Yes. Yeah.
So many things that they go through. But again, they couldn't be at a better rescue because you love these dogs. So I really don't know how you don't just take them all home to your farm.
I know. I would love to. But they're all here. They're they wake up, they get walked. We have all kinds of snacks, fun activities, spa days. Like we make sure their days are filled with fun. And as you can see, every staff member, every puppy touches one of the dogs some way in another, whether it's through grooming, training, taking them for outings, eating lunch with them. So they become such a big part of all of us that when we have one go home, people will come in on their days off. Like, I just wanted to say goodbye one more time. And
yep.
So yeah, we cheer them on. And she's only been with us for about a month. So she just made it over to this location. So today will be her first feature.
Her first feature at the open house?
First open house.
Okay, show off. We want you to get a good home. Again, if you're just tuning in, you've missed a heck of an hour of a parade of dogs, which we've talked about doing for a while now, so that you can see as many of the dogs possible before you come to the open house. Is Jalapeno the last one?
All
right, we're going to take, how about this? We take a quick break. Let me take a quick break. And when we return, we're going to wrap up our positive talk time with Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue. This is my wonderful role model, one of my best friends.
She's, oh my gosh, you got a long life. You could probably live to be 130 or something. And I said, oh God, I hope not.
It's getting hot in here. Don't take off all your clothes.
I'm not going to take off my clothes. On the radio, Kate, going to
Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. We're going to spank, we're going to speak. We're not going to spank anybody. We're going to speak about knowing your value. And then I'm going to...
I'm going to spank them.
If you don't know your value and you don't grab hold of how important you are, I'm going to spank you. Folks, you never know what you're going to get with her. Love being with Mama. She was at the Teddy Swims concert with us last night, and this woman next to her named Julie just fell in love with her, gave her a big hug, and she's like, I love your mom. I'm like, yep, I hear it all the time. Did you see our show yesterday? We were in studio with Jennifer Warman Bloss, who owns Elemental Aesthetics, just joining the Real Monica Adams show. We love her as well. I know some of you have been in already to enjoy your facials, maybe your IV hydration therapy. Maybe you've gone in for weight loss consultation. I can't wait to talk about this bed that they have that does some vibration as well as music, and it's therapy for ADD, ADHD, things for rosacea, eczema, all the things that you are not liking about your skin or the inside out. Our friends at Elemental Aesthetics can take care of you. And again, we mentioned IPL yesterday. Look at yesterday's show. We talked about IPL, insulin resistance. We talked about weight loss, non-medical and medical. So many things that they can do at Elemental Aesthetics. Let them take care of you. They're located, at Suite 206 on 425 North New Ballas Road. Welcome back. We're having a really fun hour. We're down to our last two rescues. If you're just tuning in, we are at Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa in Cottleville. Again, today, open house starting at noon with Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue. We'd love for you to come and get a chance to see the energy. Let them pick you, because that's what happens. And even though you might like, oh, I came here to see this dog, all of a sudden, nope, this is the dog that chose you. And maybe that's where they get a chance to finally have their forever home. All right, we're down to the final two. Jessica, did you say Pico? Pico, tell me about Pico.
Pico is about 10 years old, and he actually came with Rosalie, but they're not bonded because he was recently adopted, apparently. So we don't know where she adopted him, or he came before. And then, and she had said they're not really bonded. And Rosalie is more of the couch potato, and he is a fence patroller. Okay. So if you have a fence backyard, he's gonna zigzag up and down and be security for your backyard.
He's like, no. Yeah. Do you miss?
He's busy.
You're on your own now. You're happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ideal home for him.
Ideal home. He is an older guy, but he's got a lot of
He
energy.
is?
Yeah,
Oh, I wouldn't have thought
10,
that.
11 years old.
Interesting.
He's got a lot of energy.
Yes, he does.
He loves to be outside, loves to go for walks, but also too, like, he is a good snuggler. I wouldn't say small children for him, but older children to be fine, and he's been fine with all small dogs.
And you just got him in?
He's about a month ago.
A month ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw. So, by the way, we haven't mentioned this. Do us a favor and follow them on social, because you'll get a chance to see all the dogs when they come in. Jessica is hilarious in the writing that she does. All right, are you ready? Ashlyn, get ready, because we never know. Drum roll, please. There you are. I just love this dog so much. There we go. Look how fast he is.
No, it's busy.
Have you all not ever seen him before? If you haven't, welcome to the star of the show.
Yeah.
Jalapeno has been here now how long?
Since July 2023.
No.
I know.
Jalapeno.
It took him, he wasn't accepting applications, I would say, until Christmas time. So like December, just because we had to rehab his skin, the condition he was in, neutered, his allergies. We had to figure him out. But now as you can see, he's all over the place, living his best life.
You are now. You know, we mentioned this last time, Jessica, when we had your chiropractor friend in, how much I've seen him change. He's done water therapy.
Yes.
He's gotten so much stronger in his back legs. And I think his coat has changed.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We have him on
he wants the microphone.
A salmon diet. He gets fresh salmon plus some salmon kibble. We do sardines. The fish diet has really helped his coat and his skin. No longer, his wheelchair is in the closet.
He hasn't been in it?
No, he actually he goes too fast and he's too mobile for it now, that he will kick it off, and he's just too mobile for it.
So he will just run around super fast that you think he's got all four legs working. Yeah. Otherwise, what does she have on him right now? That's just like a harness?
So in the morning time, this is part of his therapy. So by making it's a sling, so his front gait is natural without him hanging.
Ashlyn.
Do you see how every couple...
Oh my gosh, you guys, he's wrapped around her.
Every couple steps, his back legs, feet are touching. So
Yes.
it's that is part of therapy. Keeping that gait natural, like he's in standing position. See how he's standing on that back leg. So by doing this several times a day in the morning, it just keeps improving his muscle mobility.
Yeah, look at that back left leg. He looks like he's got, every time, and this is what they do. They are constantly working with him, which, by the way, if somebody were to adopt him, ideally I would bring him here for training and all the strengthening and the help, because they've worked with them for so long, but you can't adopt him and not continue that.
Right. And he will just get better and better. Like, we've had adopted dogs out that had the IBDD like him, which is the disc disease, and they're running. So it does get better because their muscles get built up. So they're not going to have full mobility, but it continues to get better and better with those exercises and work. But he is kid friendly, doesn't know a stranger, but he does not like other dogs. That's his big vice. I think he might have gotten a home if he did get along with other dogs, but he comes out swinging, just like Frank. Frank doesn't like other dogs either. Frenchies just have such big personalities that they're like, I'm the only dog you need.
So if the dog were to go out on a walk, though, as long as you have them on a leash, they're good out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is an important thing. All the people that think that they can just have their dogs just come running up to you, not leashed, that is so silly. You're setting them up for failure at that point.
Yes.
I was taught that a lot from Kennedy a few weeks back, and I was like, okay, if we don't want my dogs jumping up on people, she's like, just keep greeting them at the door on a leash. And just, again, that's respect for the people coming to your house, but that was awesome. But it's also teaching them good behaviors. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many did we show today? We didn't show all 24, or did we?
No, because we've got 3 pending adoptions.
Oh, well, we can't show.
Yeah, we didn't.
Bye, Jalapeno. I love you. So who's pending adoptions?
Pierre, Otto, and Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll? Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, and Letty. Letty is
so 4
pending.
That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And so every time that we come here, we show a dog. My hope is that all of a sudden it pops up. I get these notifications, and Guinevere, when I saw Guinevere was adopted, I saw that Karen was adopted. Now, after today, after this show kickoff, and then the open house, we're hoping that we just see boom, 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 boom applications, those pending, actually go through. Follow them. It's best for you on what? Facebook and Instagram?
Facebook,
TikTok?
TikTok, and the email is really the best form of communication.
Yeah, and keep an eye on the dogs as they bring more and more and more in. Ashlyn, you've worked so hard today. Thank you so much. She did a great job. Again, thank you to Hannah at home, because Hannah's been feverishly dropping in as soon as we showed them, she dropped in the link so that you could click on it right away. I hope that you have a bunch of applications. If you're not ready for a dog, that's okay. You'll know when you are. But the whole point of today was for you to have awareness of what they do, what hope and possibilities are out there, as well for you to tell your family, your friends, your coworkers, if they've been talking about adopting. Here we go. There's where the dogs are. I'm hoping that my friend's mom gets a chance to come to the open house today, because she just wrote you all last night. I saw it on there. I was like, Marilyn, come on. She was wanting to know how to go through the process. Don't call them. You have to go online and look at the Pet Finder site. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks.
That was so much fun.
Us.
Absolutely. I'm going to take my quick final break, and then I want to let you know about our live event. And we've got a poll that we're going to give you to find out something that you can do with us from more of a kind of a mini retreat, life coaching aspect that's going to take place at Yenology after our big live show that we'll introduce you to coming up on October 10th. We'll talk about that when we return.
Monica's show, it's very informational, but more importantly, inspirational.
People such as myself and others can come out and talk about real issues that are taking place in our communities.
These are amazing, really, really important topics that don't get discussed enough.
It really just promotes people who are making change and doing good in their lives.
Thank you so much, everybody. It was such a fun show today. Again, please take this show and just share it like crazy all over your social media pages so we can show off all those dogs. Okay, we've got several big things coming up. We have our 400th show, which is coming up on October 4th, and that will be in Defiance, Missouri. And it will be with our friends that own Circle 6, The Watering Hole and Market. Tiffany Winkler and Larry Winkler are the owners. Can't wait for you to meet them. They exude positivity. What we're going to do that night, we're going to raise money for responder rescue, which again is for our heroes, our police, our fire, paramedics, etc. For those that are killed in the line of duty or injured and cannot return to work. The tickets are $40. I know some of you have purchased your tickets already. Please don't wait until the night of the event, because that's going to be kind of hard. They need to do a lot of preparation for this. You're going to get a steak dinner, and I mean a great steak, as well as potato and salad. You'll have a couple of drink tickets and music and giveaways. All of that is going to take place again on October 4th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And it is in Defiance, Missouri on Highway 94, the Watering Hole and Meat Market. I would love for you to be there. Also on October 10th, we're going to be at Yenology. That is on Lindbergh in the Frontenac area. If you have not been there yet, I would love for you to come out. That's a noon show, and we will be introducing you to the Zen feel of life. If you want more calm energy in your house, in your business, she's got everything that you need for that. That's where we bought our candles that are now on set. There are essential oils there. They've got, if you ever feel like there's really bad energy in a home, have you ever heard of saging? We'll introduce you to all those things. They also have your cannabis products, as far as she's the woman we're going to introduce you to, by the way, will be on our show in just about a week and a half. We're going to introduce you to Sarah Glasser. She has quite a background. She was a lawyer. She is a big advocate for helping women that are in domestic violence cases. That was really her draw. She also had a big part in making marijuana legal from a medicinal standpoint. All these things that she's done for our community before she decided to open this wonderful place. Now, she wrote me last night and said, Monica, let's start talking about what we're going to do after our big event. And that is more of a life coaching aspect. We want to feel the authenticity. So for those of you that have always said, hey, Monica, I've never had a chance to come to a life coaching class. I've never come to a motivational speaking opportunity. Well, we're going to do one. We've got ideas of doing this in either November or December. So what I want to throw out to you today, we're going to start pulling this all over social media. Would you want it to be done on a Monday in November? Or it could be at any time, afternoon, evening? Would you want it to be in December on a Monday or a Saturday or Sunday? So we've got opportunities for you. I'll give you dates. We'll put this all over social media. Monday, November 11th. The 12th, 13th, and 14th would be in the evening time, but anytime on November 11th. Monday, December 9th could be any time. Otherwise, we're talking about December 10th, 11th, 12th in the evening, December 14th, 5 to 7 time frame, and then Sunday, December 15th, anytime. So multiple dates. Again, I know I'm giving you a lot of information, but it's just to sprinkle it out there today for you to join us. And this is for you to come for a day that will truly change your life. You're going to be with myself. We'll have people from my team. You'll be with other people in the community to be in an event called Feel the Authenticity. And that whole day will be about bringing the triangle of life theory that I've been talking about for years now to your inside and out, helping you with your struggles with weight loss, helping you with your spirit being dampened, helping you with the mental health side, all of this. Feel the authenticity. I'm super excited about that. So there's two big things coming up with Yenology. And of course, we talked about the thing that we're here for today, which is to raise money for these beautiful animals. October 19th, the Yuppy Puppy Gala. Tickets on sale, and we're seeing ticket sales really start to go up again, which is great as we get closer and closer. We are officially today 1 month out from that. But as we always say, please don't wait to the last second. That's kind of stressful when you're trying to put on a gala. October 19th, Whitmoor Country Club. Tickets on sale for that right now. Please spread the word if you've already purchased your tickets so that others can join you that night as well. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. A wonderful show today with the Parade of Dogs. Don't forget, coming up in just a handful of hours, the big open house today at Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa. 2 locations we have here. The open house will be here in the Cottleville location, but grooming, daycare, boarding, all of that can take place at their Wing Haven, O'Fallon location, or here in Cottleville. I want to thank my team. really working hard today. Ashlyn Cross, who was our camera woman, and also Hannah Ledford, who did an unbelievable job today, dropping in link after link of all of the animals that we showed immediately when you are thinking that you want to adopt. I hope you can. I can't wait to tell the story of hope and positivity that has joined your home. This energy that they can bring to your house is phenomenal. All right, tomorrow we'll bring in some fitness, which we haven't done in a while, and we'll talk about friends. You know, we talk about Friendship Friday sometimes, but what if your child never had a friend? It's a topic that people are talking about, the psychology of it all. When you have an only child, they don't grow up with their first friends, which would be their siblings. They don't have cousins, which could be their first friends. And then they have more of a socially awkward aspect because during the pandemic, if they're very young, they were pulled away from that social importance that they have with children in school. They don't have any friends at all. We're going to talk about that, how hard it is on them and how they're pulled out of it. That, along with fitness, tomorrow as we wrap up a wonderful week here with The Real Monica Adams Show. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful Thursday. And remember, you can go out and be anything you want to be in this world, but first and foremost, be kind. God bless you.